Well, here I go on another adventure with my friend Melanie Cook. This time we're heading to the Apostle Islands in northern Wisconsin. It is June of 2025, a little bit cloudy and a little bit chilly, but hey, we're here nonetheless, and it's beautiful. The beach in front of our campsite, Myers Beach, Apostle Islands, almost sunset. After a cold and somewhat rainy night, we packed up our gear and now we're heading to a tour boat to tour the Apostle Islands. Let's go! There are 22 islands in the Apostle Islands, and 21 of them are part of the National Lakeshore. Some of the historic sites include this old fishing village. But the best part are the rock formations at Devil's Island. This lighthouse was first lit in 1901 on this 82-foot tall tower. The dramatic formations located on Devil's Island are carved from sandstone bedrock by the wave action and erosion from Lake Superior. They are known for their arches, vaulted chambers, honeycomb-like passageways, and the best way to see them is by boat or kayak. But your trip can be canceled at any moment due to bad weather. The first time I had heard about the Apostle Islands, it was not for boating. It was actually for the ice caves that form in the winter. I noticed this when a photographer posted some gorgeous photos of the ice caves. I never got here to see those ice caves. As a matter of fact, the last time I think people have been in the ice caves was 2015. Because it needs to have an unbroken ice shelf to get there, which means low sustained winds, sub-zero temperatures for a long period of time, and 3 points of contact with land. So it's not something that happens very often. Fortunately, though, I did get to see it in northern Michigan in Lake Superior on the Grand Island. So if you want to see that, keep your eye open, but do beware that it doesn't happen very often. And yes, on a nice day, you can take kayaks or your boat's dinghy in underneath the caverns. However, it is exposed to Lake Superior, so pick a good day before you go. Our plan was to kayak these caves 2 days from the day of this tour. However, weather didn't cooperate and we didn't get to do it. I even saw people scuba diving in there once. This is Raspberry Island Lighthouse. It was first built in 1862 and later rebuilt in the early 1900s to accommodate the lightkeeper's family. I highly recommend the Apostle Island tour.
This is the sweet town of Bayfield, and that's Christy Peterson. I caught her. That was classic Christy right there. And this is beautiful, beautiful Bayfield. Town of 530,000 people during their Apple Fest in October.
30 to 50,000.
Beautiful. Sweet little place.
The day was still early, so we decided to catch the ferry over to Madeline Island and see about a bike ride. We biked from La Pointe to Big Bay State Park. Big Bay State Park features picturesque sandstone bluffs along 4 miles of Lake Superior shoreline. The park also has 1 mile boardwalk, sandy swimming beach, hiking trails, and a large family campground. This is my favorite. But the day wouldn't be complete if you don't stop at Tom's Burnt Down Cafe for a drink. It was lost to a fire in May of 1992, and owner Tom decided to make the most of a bad situation and started selling drinks out of his car on what was left of his property. The rest is history. It's now day 3, and we're taking a private boat to Stockton Island to do some remote camping. We had a short 1-mile hike to our reserved camp spot along the lake shore, and on our way, we ran into a big pile of bear scat. Look at that. Beautiful. Because of a couple factors, it's midweek and it's early June, we had our own private island. Seriously peaceful, like nobody's here. Apostle Islands. All right, Ethan, this is your mom putting up her hammock right by a giant pile of bear poop. She's one brave woman. We thought we'd take a rest and enjoy the views when Melanie's chair sunk in the sand. The second attempt went much better. After sinking in the sand one too many times, I decided to put my chair on the bear box. It worked.
Best sweet potatoes ever.
Okay, the sun finally came out. We're at campsite number 12. And I'm forgetting the island right now. In Apostle Islands. Stockton, that's what it is. Stockton Island. So there's a bunch of camp spots along this beach. And most of them are a little lower to the ground. And let's see ours. What is there, a total, Melanie, of 18? No, 15. Right? Campsites?
There's 19 over here.
19?
And on the other side.
Alright, I think that's ours. That's perfect. Hi, baby. Hi, ugly duckling. Aw, aren't you cute? You're not ugly. Normally we pack in dehydrated food, but Melanie had these giant sweet potatoes at home she didn't want to waste, so she brought them along, and we sure enjoyed them. This red checkered peninsula is where we spent all our time. Besides the hiking trail, our campsite was the only campsite that had bear poop in it. Lucky us. The next morning, we hiked out to the tip of the peninsula and around the other side and made a huge loop. Melanie's way down there. I left her to explore the rocks. What a cool cat she is. Stockton Island is the second largest island after Madeline Island in the Apostles, but it's the largest of the National Lakeshore. It's about 7.25 miles long and 2.5 wide. Its terrain includes sandy lake, a lagoon, a bog, of course the sandstone rocks along the lakeshore, as well as the sea caves. And it is also known as the island with the highest density of black bears. What you see here are the rocks on Presque Isle Point, and as we go around the corner, now we see Julian Bay. The best swimming hole ever in Lake Superior.
They don't know where to go. They can't take off. They're in a tough spot to take off, so they don't know what to do. We won't hurt you. So this is where we're camping. And these sailboats came in today. And this is a peninsula, so there's sailboats on the other side too, which is super cool. Anyway, we're gonna sailboat. We should do it in the Apostle Islands.
As the evening went on, more and more sailboats arrived. I think we ended up with at least 13. And I found it fascinating because on the other side of the peninsula, the water was dead calm, and here we had waves. So I was wondering why they actually parked their sailboats here. I am new to sailing, so I was curious. Turns out in the morning that this was dead calm, and the other side was crazy wavy and windy. Thanks for watching my adventure. I hope you too can make it to the Apostle Islands. Bye!